Applying for a visa can be a long and stressful process, and even small mistakes can lead to delays, rejections, or even bans from entering a country. To make sure your visa application goes smoothly, here are some of the most common mistakes people make and how you can avoid them. Submitting incomplete or incorrect documentation. Why it's a problem. Missing documents, incorrect forms, or outdated paperwork can lead to your visa being delayed or denied. How to avoid it. Double-check the required documents on the official embassy website. Ensure your passport is valid. Some countries require at least 6 months of validity beyond your stay. Provide certified translations if any documents are not in the official language of the country you're applying to. Make sure all forms are completely filled out and that signatures are in the correct places. Pro tip: many embassies reject applications due to simple errors like typos, missing signatures, or incorrect formatting. Review everything carefully before submitting. Not researching visa validity and renewal options. Why it's a problem. Many travelers assume they can renew their visa easily, only to find out it's non-extendable or requires them to leave the country and reapply. How to avoid it. Understand the duration and renewal policies of your visa before applying. Some visas can't be renewed inside the country, meaning you may need to exit and reapply from your home country. Research whether the visa can lead to permanent residency if you plan to stay long-term. Pro tip: if you plan to stay beyond your initial visa period, look for visas with clear renewal or transition options to avoid surprises later. Ignoring health insurance requirements. Why it's a problem. Some countries require proof of comprehensive health insurance before granting a visa. Lack of coverage can lead to rejection. How to avoid it. Check whether health insurance is mandatory for your visa type. Choose an international plan that meets the country's requirements. If required, get a letter from your insurance provider stating that your plan meets the country's minimum coverage limits. Pro tip: even if health insurance isn't required, it's strongly recommended. Medical care can be expensive, and many local plans don't cover foreigners. Overstaying your visa. Why it's a problem. Overstaying can result in fines, deportation, or bans from returning to the country in the future. How to avoid it. Know your visa expiration date and set reminders. Research whether there's a grace period or penalty for overstaying. If you need more time, apply for an extension early, if allowed. Consider long-term visa options if you plan to stay for an extended period. Pro tip: some countries automatically deny future visa applications if you overstay, even by just a few days. Don't risk it. Relying on unverified third-party agencies. Why it's a problem. Many people fall for scam agencies that promise easy visas but deliver fake documents, incorrect information, or charge excessive fees. How to avoid it. Always apply through official government websites or reputable immigration lawyers. Avoid agencies that guarantee approvals. No agency can promise that. Be cautious of services that charge high fees for applications that you can submit yourself for free or at a lower cost. Pro tip: use embassy-approved visa services or check online reviews before using any third-party agency. Applying too late. Why it's a problem. Some visas take weeks or even months to process, and applying too late could ruin your travel plans. How to avoid it. Check processing times and apply as early as possible. Some countries recommend 3 to 6 months in advance. If you need your visa urgently, check if expedited processing is available. Keep track of holiday closures at embassies, which can delay processing times. Pro tip: some visas require multiple steps, such as biometric appointments or in-person interviews. Schedule these as soon as possible to avoid last-minute issues. Why it's a problem. Any false information, no matter how small, can result in immediate rejection, visa bans, or even legal consequences. How to avoid it. Be 100% honest about your travel history, finances, and intentions. If you've been denied a visa before, disclose it. Many countries share visa records. If you're moving for work, don't apply for a tourist visa and plan to work illegally. This could get you deported. Pro tip: even minor inconsistencies, like a job title mismatch, can raise red flags. Always be truthful. Not keeping copies of important documents. Why it's a problem. Losing key paperwork can delay processing, require resubmission, or even get your visa denied. How to avoid it. Keep both physical and digital copies of your visa application, passport, and supporting documents. Save email confirmations and receipts in case you need to prove you submitted something. If you're mailing documents, use a trackable courier service. Pro tip: some embassies lose applications or require additional copies. Having backups can save you time and stress. Not understanding the conditions of your visa. Why it's a problem. Violating visa conditions, like working on a tourist visa, can lead to immediate deportation or bans. How to avoid it. Know whether your visa allows work, study, or multiple entries before assuming you can do so. If you're on a work visa, ensure you only work for the sponsoring employer. If you're on a student visa, don't exceed the maximum work hours allowed. Pro tip: some visas have reporting requirements. For example, notifying immigration if you change jobs or addresses. Failure to comply can impact renewals. Final tips for a smooth visa application. Check official embassy websites for up-to-date visa requirements. Start the process early to allow time for unexpected delays. Keep copies of everything in case of lost documents or resubmission requests. Be honest and accurate. Even small mistakes can lead to rejections. Don't overstay your visa. Plan for renewals or alternative visa options. Thinking about moving abroad but don't know where to start? From Dream to Departure is your ultimate step-by-step guide to making it happen without the stress. Get expert tips on visas, finances, making money abroad, and more. Click the link in the description to grab your copy now and take the first step toward your new life.